Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Wednesday, September 7th, 2022. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Before we get started with the charts here, I do want to invite you to join me later on this afternoon at 4 p.m. Central after the market closes for our monthly market outlook for September 2022. We'll be talking future stocks, crypto. We'll be taking your requests and looking for opportunities as we head into the latter portion of the year. So please join me later on for this free event at 4 p.m. Central using the link in the description below. Let's take a look here at the ES in the daily time frame right now. Very quiet overnight at the moment. Price only down about 1.75 points, so it's barely below the break-even point right now. Not quite inside day, a little bit lower than the previous session's low, but very narrow here as the current downtrend on the short-term time frame here remains fully intact. Any pullback here today could be seen as an early selling opportunity, so bears will be looking to sell into strength for a continuation downward. At the moment, this market appears poised to continue lower toward 3,800 and the lower FOMC key level from June. So any pullbacks could still remain selling opportunities until proven otherwise. Keep in mind, we do have Fed Chair Powell speaking tomorrow morning prior to the RTH Open, which could lead to additional volatility later on this week. If we take a look here at the NQ, you'll see right now very similar price action, a little bit lower than the previous session's low. A bit of a narrow range day developing here today, just 50% of ADR. The ES is trading at 49% of average. Downtrend firmly in effect at the moment. Again, that suggests that any morning weakness could still be sold for a continuation down. We could be sideways today with a continuation tomorrow due to Fed Chair Powell being on deck here. So again, this one looks poised to continue downward toward the FOMC key level below at about 11,570. Any pullbacks, even as high as 12,200 rather, could be seen as an opportunity to sell this thing in the near term. If we take a look here at crude oil tested prices below the 86 level for the first time in many months here. You can see here the low today is 85.08. Price pushed down below the low, formed a bit of a rounded bottom down there on the intraday time frames, and then started to rally a bit. One of the things we mentioned in our trading room yesterday was if we do get a new low on a line here, that could provide an opportunity to see a fade back up toward the upper end of this developing expanding range. So a good rejection down here could lead us back to the midpoint of that range, call it 92s, followed by what could be a continuation up toward the 97 to 98 zone. So right now, first level look here at a rejection of these prices. Remember, 86 is a significant CLVN, major edge in the chart. The level that it bounced off of here, that blue level, is the previous year's high price, and right now price slammed through those lows and is now back above 3-day lows itself. So again, this could be an early attempt at strength up ahead. If today price can close above 88, that would be seen as bullish, moving toward perhaps 92 up ahead. So keep an eye on this area here for continued rejection, as a failure there opens up 75s down below. But right now, looking for signs of rejection that could turn us back up within the range. Taking a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin here finding new lows. The low right now 18,360 for the year. The prior low was 18,525. So we put in a new low here today. Overall, this one really hasn't climbed as high as Ethereum. Never really got going. It made a decent little push higher, but a strong rejection, a major breakdown, and has been downtrending ever since. Now we have new lows for the year. This is going to be really important. Can price find a base here, or do we start to push down a bit more? We're sitting right on the 25% extension for the year at the moment from the previous year's low. The next level, the 50%, would take us all the way back toward 70 plus 100 points and that 9,300 see VPOC. So again, are we going to make another big splash downward? To begin with, when we broke down right here through the 28 level. We mentioned that we could go all the way through the CLVN zone. That takes us as deep as 15K, maybe even into 12.5. So we could have a very steady decline here that arises if price cannot hold these recent lows, and it could be a quick move toward those downside targets. So keep an eye on this zone here. If we take a look at ETH, this one has been a bit more bullish, has held major market structure, has continued higher, but yesterday's failed new high, strong rejection here at the bottom of the pivot range suggests more weakness ahead. This is going to put pressure on that major 1400 support level there. You have the major 1300 CLVN right there. These are significant areas, and again, after price pushed above it, it's been able to hold quite well for multiple months. Behind the weakness of Bitcoin, does this one start to break down a bit more? As of right now, we're likely looking for some big test at 1400 here. If it fails, we could be looking at more weakness up ahead in the near term. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and be sure to join me later on this afternoon for the monthly market outlook. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the trading room.